So the United Nations has identified 17 Sustainable Development Goals that really looks out between 2015 and 2030 as targeting opportunities for us to impact the world to create a much better environment. And this ranges everything from getting rid of poverty, getting rid of illiteracy, getting rid of diseases, to creating a healthier planet and creating gender equality throughout the world. The United Nations in and of itself doesn't solve those challenges, but what they do is they've identified the important things in the world that if we can address, will make the world a better place. And what they do is they provide the opportunity for organizations and individuals to combine efforts to focus on addressing these problems of the world. You don't need to necessarily roll up your sleeves and fly to some third world developing country in order to make an impact. You don't have to look any further than your own backyard. The opportunity that we have to create a very significant impact in the world is incredible. When you take those characteristics of being innovative and creative and tenacious and apply it to the way the problems of the world are solved, we can start to bring solutions that have never been thought of before by the bureaucracies that are currently trying to address those things. So the relationship between the Entrepreneurs Organization and the United Nations is an opportunity to connect our members, our forums, our chapters, our regions with the opportunity to live a more significant life, to be able to look at ways to look beyond their business, beyond their family, and really make a lasting impact on the way the world exists. There is really no one of the 17 SDGs that EO as an organization is focusing on. The reality is we want to provide an opportunity for all our members to be able to go online, identify all the different issues that the SDGs are focusing on, and find out which one really speaks to their heart. You know, we need to be able to provide the opportunity for someone to really live out their own individual passion. It could be something that forums work together and decide that they want to impact a specific SDG or two, or chapters or regions, giving them the opportunity to self-select what's really important to them. Now, chapters can also take on different initiatives each year. They may decide that in this particular year they're going to focus on trying to minimize or eradicate poverty. Next year it may be focusing on creating gender equality. The year after that could be on creating clean, fresh, drinkable water to everyone in the world. It really gives them the opportunity to figure out what they want to do on their own. Where EO comes into this is it really provides a platform for any individual or group within EO to go and look and identify and really understand what these 17 Sustainable Development Goals are all about, what initiatives are already taking place in the world to help address those, and connecting with those and helping out. I'm aware of at least a handful of forums that have already decided as a forum they're going to adopt at least one or two of the 17 SDGs and focus on enhancing their forum experience by giving back a couple times a year. There's a number of chapters around the world that have embraced this concept and are adopting some of the initiatives to focus on as part of their overall EO experience. Something about my own personal core values is to be impactful in the lives of others. So that is something that is always just a part of why I do what I do. When I was in the Entrepreneurial Masters program in June of 2015, I heard Jeff Hoffman speak about his recent trip around the world where he was advancing entrepreneurship. And he talked about the concept of bringing entrepreneurship to places in the world that are struck by poverty, by hunger, by war and violence. And those people feel like that's how their life will always be because that's how it's always been. He talked about taking the concept of entrepreneurship and bringing it to those people and helping them understand that taking some of their basic skills and enhancing them and then building a business around it can allow them to build a better future for themselves and their families. When Jeff talked about that, in that moment, I realized why I had been drawn to stay in EO for so long. And Jeff and I have become very close since and talked about expanding that concept to something that he now calls EO Cares, but also understanding that the heart and soul and creativity and innovation of entrepreneurs can really impact the world.